Here I've got a lead guitar solo, and I'm going to show you two different approaches to putting together some suitable Mixbox presets. Now, I've started from scratch in both cases. In this first one, I've building it up kind of on my own by using a preamp, then tone control, and then a cabinet. And then I love the modulation modules available here. They're really nice and colorful. So I'm using a different chorus here just for the sake of demonstrating it. And this EQ compressor channel script is also very nice for the compression, and the EQ ranges are very subtle, but work well in this case on the guitar, and then some spring reverb. So let me start by playing this for you dry as the guitar is recorded direct into the audio interface. And then enabled. And in context. Dry. Enabled. So let's break it down and see what's happening. I'm only using 6 of the rack spaces, which is fine, of course. So here I'm starting with the preamp module, and we can choose between the different algorithms. And here I've chosen lead 1 with just a tiny amount of gain. I don't want it too overdriven. That's what it does, which is nice, but it's not what I want for this. And here I've got everything full up. And I'm boosting the chorus module in this rack view. We'll get to that soon. Now the tone control. So I'm using some level here. So just adding a bit of subtlety, and I seem to like mic model 5 and 4. They're the thickest and warmest. Cabinet. So that's taking off some of the edge. I'm using 112. There's 2 models of it, but that's definitely taking the edge off the top end. Make it less harsh. And now the chorus for some nice modulation. I'm stereoizing it here. I have 2 modes, vibrato and chorus. And here I am boosting it. And of course it's going to cut the signal if it's all the way down. Now I'm running it through this very nice channel strip. So I'm thickening up the low end and adding a bit of compression, not much. So it's subtle, but I like what it's doing. And then some spring reverb. And have it just at 13% here, very little. I could use this, but I'm using it from here. So that sounds nice. I've saved it as a preset, and I've also saved another one just to show you a different approach. And here I'm starting with the Flexi amp model. Again, I want to try and show as many different of these modules as I can. So there's a variety to choose from, but let me give you a little before and after to start with this. So here we are to start with. So kind of a cleaner type of sound. And I'm trying to level match here a bit. It's a bit of a gain, but I am attenuating the output. So let's take a quick look at what's going on here. I'm starting with the Flexi amp, which gives us a choice of many different models. And here I'm using the 15-inch cabinet. And here we can choose between clean, crunch, lead. You click on these buttons to cycle through. So I'm trying to level match here, and I've got some of these modules down, predominantly this tone control. So I'm not doing a lot on its own. Now tone control, it comes to life. And here I'm using mic model 4, again, one of the warmer ones. Bit of delay. I've got just a little bit here, about 6%. Too much, going to be a bit sloppy. So just a bit. I have this set to 8th notes and this to dotted 8ths, and very little feedback. And I've got the volume boosted here. That's why I have the dry wet slider so low. I love the white 2A. It's boosting the signal, but it's just adding so much tube character. And now flanger, just for some variety. Really nice modulation. I don't want too much of it, though. Let me put it up for a moment, and the color is really interesting. I like it up around there. Just a bit of it. Channel strip. More compression here. And I'm dialing this up at 100. I like the sound of this sub-frequency on guitar. So it's thickening it up nicely. I'm boosting some of the mids around 1K. I don't need too much of it, but a little bit like that works nicely. And there's a low shelf, which interacts nicely with the sub-frequency. And I'm attenuating a bit on the high end. And to get rid of that twang, I want a warmer sound. There's a really nice air band on this channel strip. You can set it all the way up to 16. I'm not using it here. I don't want that up high, but it's really nice on vocals or other instruments. And then the black compressor, the 1176. Subtle 4-to-1. Just to add a bit more bite to the transients. And again, for the sake of showing different reverbs, I'm using the digital reverb this time. And again, I'm using a combination of this mix value plus this. So another characterful type of lead guitar sound, different than what we had in the first example. We'll continue with more in the next video.